morning, everyone. This video is for anyone who hasn't made that move yet and is wondering, like, how do you make this move? What do you need? Where do you go? How do you find a job? How do you find money? You don't need to think about that. So I'm going to share my story with you guys. Hopefully you take something from it, share it with other people. Maybe do something different. Just not even move, just do something different, actually. Last August, I was questioning my whole existence in Texas. I worked at a company for 2 years and I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do next. I started getting into it with my manager just because I wanted to try other things and still keep my job. I didn't want to sell anymore. I wanted to go try something different. I just didn't know what it was. I was talking to my friend and he told me, if you never leave Texas now, somebody's gonna get sick. You're always gonna be stuck there and you're gonna feel like you never did anything. He was exactly fucking right. A couple months down the line, later finding out my stepdad is really sick, and you know, now I'm away from home, but if I was still here, I would have felt like suffocated, seriously. If I didn't feel stagnant back then, I would have felt so stagnant now. So moving to Vegas helped me realize a lot of things. I got a lot more perspective on just life, people, maybe humble myself a lot. I did not have a lot of money. I just got up and I left. I got into it with my manager a day or two before. They told me, think it out if you want to come back or what your steps are going to be if you do decide to still work in this role. And I just dipped out like the next day and called the HR lady, told her, hey, I'm in Vegas. I'm going to see if I can try to find a job. In the meantime, can I use my PTO since I'm still on this decision time and I'm still trying to figure out if I do want to come back and work for you guys? Can I get a break? My PTO was about 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, I was living out of hostels, which are like shelters for, it's like a hotel shelter, only for people who are like traveling in and out. You don't need a TV. It's just a place for you to sleep and eat and keep your things while you're traveling. I went to the 99-cent store that was right up the street from the place I was staying. Met a security guard there, asked him for like a weed man's number. I went over to the guy's house, met the guy, my weed man Odell. Woo. Met Odell. Odell was hella cool and I loved his area that he stayed in. So the next day I checked out the area and I got an apartment over by him. Just because you need to be close to your weed man. Everything that's in my area is super close. You have a Savers, you have a Dollar Tree, you have El Supo. I was getting paid by my job. I was still employed by them. And then when my time was kind of running out, I just wrote them a note and told them, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and resign after I used all my PTO and shit like that. My credit's not the best, so I didn't think that I would get approved, but I'm very happy that I had the job that I had for 2 years because I show pay stubs, and that basically got me into my apartment. So my credit didn't have anything to do with my apartment. It was all based off my monthly income, the paychecks that I had previously. Like on that second week, I found a job. I got a cat. I moved into my apartment. I got some furniture, just a little bit, got a futon. I didn't have a bed. I didn't have shit, y'all. I barely had clothes. I bought everything recycled from Craigslist. It's so crazy how I found my bed though. I found my bed was on the side of a building and it was still brandly new package. So I don't know if that was someone else's bed, but I acted on that very fast and I got some help. If somebody was looking for their bed, it was gone. It's in my house. But believe it or not, I only had $500. I only have $500. I did not have a savings when I moved to Vegas. I didn't have a significant amount of money, and I'd never been to Vegas before I moved there. I didn't have a destination where I was going anyways. I just knew that, hey, this shit is not going good for me in Texas. I have to get out of here. I don't care where I go. I just took a chance and was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm getting myself into, but I can't go back to Texas right now. I want to go do this thing on my own. Things have finally started to come together. I did eventually end up losing my car. So if you want a story about how I reacted or how I'm dealing with it now since I don't have a car, I would love to make one. How I'm living my daily life without a car and what I use for my transportation and how my life is. I would be happy to share this with you because I think a lot of people would be very happy if they let a lot of stuff go. Let that job go that's been holding you back. Let that nigga go that's been getting on your fucking nerves, and let that car go that you can't afford to pay for anyways. I don't have any unnecessary stress on me. The only stress I have is making these videos and editing these shits because I'm not really good at that. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to pay a bill, and if I'm late, it's not the end of the world. It's just, all this shit isn't real. If I die tomorrow, my credit is not real. But I do know if I want to get nice things and have nice things, cash is king. You will need some credit, yes, and I'm going to work on all of those things. But right now, I'm living very free, living positive, living. I'm living my life. So I'm not staying stuck anywhere. I'm not letting someone tell me I'm gonna be here or you have to come. You have to come to work. I don't have to do shit. I have to live my life and I have to be happy. So hopefully this story helps you guys out. If you want to know if you want a detailed more story, I don't know what else to really kind of tell you. This was just my experience. I still don't have any money now and I'm doing pretty good. I'm not back in Texas, and if I do have to go stay somewhere else on my own, I know how to survive. If you haven't made that jump, that leap or anything yet, go ahead and take it. It's not really as bad as you think. Everything is temporary. Don't think of it like it lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever.